Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and just stick around. Also, if you need any help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. You can click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, we're going to talk about signs and synchronicities, dreams, and birds before land, and what they actually mean about your manifestation. Do they mean that your manifestation is on its way? Do they mean it's coming very soon? Do they mean you're on the right track? What do they actually mean? So let's find out. So let's start with signs and synchronicities, and that can include things like, for example, when you're manifesting a specific person and you start seeing their name everywhere, or you start seeing people who look like them. Or maybe you're manifesting a job at a specific company and you start seeing the company's name everywhere, or you start hearing about other people getting similar jobs, things like that. It also includes things like angel numbers, which are those repeating numbers, 111, 222, 333, 1212, 1010, 1234, all these kinds of things, all these combinations. So what do these all mean? So one very important thing that Neville said about signs is that signs follow, they do not precede. What that means is, very simply, where you put your consciousness on, you're going to see more of it. Whether it's something favorable, whether it's something unfavorable, whether it's something neutral. In this case, you see something that you perceive as a sign. For example, you see your person's name somewhere. Or you see the car that you're manifesting multiple times in the same day on the road, or you hear about someone getting the same job that you are manifesting. All these things that you might be taking as signs are actually you putting your consciousness on something, observing something, and then your subconscious being impressed with that and actually showing you more of that, which is why Neville specifically said, signs follow, they do not precede. What he meant was that what you actually impress your subconscious mind with, you're going to see more of that. Because what happens every time you notice something is that you actually notice it, you observe it, and you place some sort of an importance on it. So let's say you see something that you perceive as a sign, okay? You notice it, you observe it, you put some importance on it. What does that do? It gives your mind the message that, oh, this must be important, so let me actually show you more of it. So it shows you more of it. So then you observe it again, you notice it again, your mind gets the same message that, oh, this must be really important, so let me show you more of that. And that perpetuates the cycle of you noticing the signs, observing the signs, and your mind getting the message that, oh, this must be important, and giving you more of those signs. So it's a classic example of you put your consciousness on it, and you see more of it. And by the way, what happens is that the more you notice something, the more you observe something, the more you learn to expect it and the more you learn to look for it. So the more you expect something and the more you look for it, the more you observe it, the more you put your consciousness on it, and the more of it you see. So you see how this cycle goes. This is simply how the conscious mind works and how the subconscious mind works. It's a perfect demonstration of that. So I'm not saying this as a bad thing. I'm not saying that if you see your person's name somewhere, or a lot of the time, if you see it on social media, you see it on the street, you see it written around, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't want you to put your faith on signs, because that is actually putting your power outside of yourself. You all of a sudden start looking for signs, you start expecting them, you start relying on them to tell you that your manifestation is coming, when you know you don't actually need any of that. And I especially don't want you to get into the process of constantly looking for signs, constantly looking for new things to tell you that your manifestation is happening, when what you should be doing instead is actually focusing on your desire. Because what you're doing by looking for signs and looking for more signs and more signs and more signs, guess what? You're focusing on looking for signs. So you make your dominant state a state of looking for signs, instead of a state where you actually have your desire, your manifestation. Now again, I'm not saying this as a bad thing. This is actually a great demonstration of how your subconscious mind works. So you can take it as evidence that you are impressing your subconscious mind correctly, you're impressing your subconscious mind successfully, and so pat yourself on the back, take it as a good thing, absolutely. Just don't get caught up into the trap of looking for signs constantly and depending on them and relying on them and feeling like the power is outside of you and that you need the signs to tell you that your manifestation is coming and that you're getting it. No, your biggest sign always is going to be how you feel within. What is your inner dominant state? Are you feeling confident? Are you feeling calm? Do you have that inner knowing that your desire is yours? If you have all that, then that's your biggest sign. That's your biggest sign that your manifestation is coming. You don't need anything else. Now let's talk about dreams. And dreams are a little different because they actually only involve the subconscious. They do not involve the conscious mind. Now it's actually very common when you're manifesting something to start having dreams about it. And these dreams can be either in alignment with the new story that you're creating, or they can be in opposition of that. So for example, if you're manifesting a person, maybe you can have a dream where the two of you are in a happy relationship, you're married, you're happy together, very much in love, etc. Or you could have a dream where, for example, you hear that they are with someone else, or some other fear comes up in your dream. So what do these actually mean? When the dream you get is aligned with a new story, the new reality that you're creating in your manifestation, it simply means that you are successfully impressing your subconscious mind with your desire. It means that you are successfully impressing your subconscious mind with what you want, the new reality that you want, the new version of reality that you want, the new version of your person, the new version of yourself, etc. So your dream actually reflects that and mirrors that back. It's an indication that your subconscious mind is actually getting the message. It's a very good thing. Now, if the story in your dream actually opposes what you want, if, for example, you dream that your person actually started dating someone else or married someone else, or your person tells you that, no, we can't be together, or they tell you, I hate you, I don't want to talk to you again, or things like that, anything that opposes the story that you want, the reality, the new reality that you want, all that it means is that your subconscious is actually working through some fears, some doubts, some insecurities that you may still have about your manifestation. And it's actually bringing those up in your dream so that it can process them. Now, if you're getting these kinds of opposing stories, don't fret. And don't be afraid that your manifestation is not coming. Don't be afraid that, oh, I'm not on the right track, or I must be doing something wrong, I'm not doing things right, etc. No. Don't give so much importance. Remember that we have the freedom to actually label the facts in our lives and our experiences in our lives, and that goes for dreams as well. So don't give it that meaning. Don't give it that label. If you dream something that opposes the new story that you're creating with your specific person, just take it as a good thing. Tell yourself that my subconscious worked through a fear I had, it worked through an insecurity I had, it worked through a doubt I had, and now it's gone. It's been worked through, and now it's been overcome, and I am free of it, and I don't need to worry about it anymore because my subconscious has worked through it through my dream. There. So give it that label, assign that meaning to it. Don't assign any bad meaning to it. Don't assign any unfavorable meaning to it. Don't tell yourself that, oh, this must mean that I'm very behind with my manifestation, or I'm not doing something right, or anything like that. Just tell yourself, I worked through that fear, whatever that was in my dream, and now I'm free of it. It's been worked through, it's gone. That's it. Now, as far as birds before land are concerned, and for those of you who are not familiar with the reference, this goes back to when Christopher Columbus discovered America, and he was on the ship with his men for months and months and months on end. And when suddenly he saw some birds flying near the ship, he actually knew that land must be nearby. So this is where the expression comes from. This is the reference, and we use it a lot in the manifesting community when we want to say that I got something very similar to what I was manifesting, but it wasn't quite what I was manifesting. This is very common when you're manifesting a specific person, for example, and then you have another person come forward who tells you the exact same things that you were intending your specific person to tell you. Or maybe you're manifesting specific changes on your specific person, and instead you get another person come forward who has those exact characteristics that you wanted to see in your specific person. things like that. So what do birds before land mean? Birds before land are very similar to signs and synchronicities in the sense that they mean that you're actually successfully impressing your subconscious mind with a new story. It means that your subconscious mind is getting the message, it's getting impressed with what you want, with your desire, and it's working on it. And it actually means that it's becoming dominant enough in your subconscious mind for it to start being pushed out into the 3D. Now, why it's getting pushed out and expressed through other people, or through other situations, through other circumstances, and not the exact person or the exact circumstance that you intended for, that's probably because you still have some resistance towards that person, towards that situation that you're actually manifesting. So what happens is that your subconscious mind pushes out things and people and situations that you actually have less resistance to or no resistance to. So if, for example, you're manifesting a specific person and instead some other person comes forward and they show interest in you and they ask you out on a date, or they tell you the things that you intended for your specific person to tell you, what that means is that you may still be having some resistance towards getting that manifestation, getting that desire from the specific person. So another person who is more receptive because you actually have less resistance to them or no resistance to them actually comes forward and gives those things to you. Now, does that mean that your specific person is never going to come in? Does it mean that your specific person is never going to conform? Does it mean that you are never going to get the specific job, the specific car, the specific amount of money, whatever it is that you're manifesting? No, it doesn't mean that. All it means is that you might be still having some resistance to your specific manifestation, to your specific desire. So things and people and situations you have less resistance to, you are more indifferent to, right? Are the ones that come forward first, are the ones that get pushed out first and being expressed first in the 3D. That's all it means. So take that also as a good thing. Take it as evidence that you are successfully impressing your subconscious mind with your story. Take it as evidence that your subconscious mind is getting the message and it's working on pushing out your manifestation. And just keep going. Keep persisting in your desired state. Keep revisiting your desired state. Keep shifting to your desired state, and you will see your specific, your exact manifestation also come to pass. So take birds before land as a great thing to happen to you. Be happy about it, rejoice about it, and expect your specific manifestation as well. So if these things have one thing in common, that is that they demonstrate very well the workings of the conscious and of the subconscious mind and how manifesting actually works, how your new story gets impressed onto your subconscious mind, and how that gets pushed out, how your new story starts to get pushed out in different ways and through different signs, synchronicities, angel numbers, other people, other circumstances, other situations, dreams, etc., etc. So these are all good things. If you're experiencing any of these things, it's great evidence that you're impressing your subconscious mind correctly. But please don't fall into the trap of looking for signs, looking for synchronicities, looking for the dreams, looking for the birds before land, because as I said earlier, all you need is your inner confidence about your manifestation. That's your biggest sign, and that is going to be your compass to know that your manifestation is coming to you. Nothing else, and you don't need anything else. A lot of the time, manifestations come in without any signs at all. So don't get stuck on the signs, don't dwell on the signs. Remember to focus on your actual desire. Remember to focus on your actual desired state, your new story, your new reality. That's what you want. So with all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as usual, I look forward to seeing all of you at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.